Back at it today. We took yesterday off practice, had the whole team back on Monday for the first time in some time. It felt like the start of the year again. And so we're back at it today. Important prep time because we'll play 3 games in 5 days then. So this is not only prep for Boise, it's prepping ourselves for the next 3 games over 5 days and looking forward to that challenge. Everybody's going through it. Boise will play us at the end of a tough stretch. So everybody's making up games right now. We're one of many that are doing it, and we'll be ready for that challenge. I think we might have had 7 over 2 days. So I think we're not atypical of what's going on in the country with the Omicron. It's affecting everybody. It's very contagious, and, we're dealing with it. And hopefully we're on the backside of it. Just quarantine. We didn't do anything, didn't do any Zoom film. 5-day quarantine, test negative, come back and start the progression to play. So, and that's everyone's dealing with it. So, I think we're probably the last team in the conference to shut down. I don't know that for a fact, but a lot of teams in our conference have shut down, and we were kind of the last one to go through that. Yeah, we're under a return to play protocol, Lee, and so if guys were symptomatic and it affected them, then they're on a 45-minute limit to start and then build from there. So even though we're all back, we're on some limits depending on who had it when and how they responded to it. So everybody's a little different, like most people that get it. And so we're taking great care to make sure that they are healthy and ready to go when we put them back on the floor. I think there are a lot of good teams, and I'm starting to watch more of them, obviously, now that we're to the conference. But Wyoming coming off pause and winning back-to-back road games. Boise on a 10-game winning streak right now. Colorado State, we know how good they are. They're ranked and only have 1 loss. And that's just to mention a few. Justin's done a good job at Fresno. They're playing good basketball. So this is a competitive conference, and we will be challenged every time we take the floor. Well, obviously, all our attention defensively is toward Boise. And then offensively, it's just about trying to get our timing back. Now we finally have everybody available. And so now we'll see what kind of team we're going to be. Just fixing ourselves, first and foremost. So we will work on a lot this next couple of days, try to get ourselves where we feel like our timing's back, and that will be the challenge. We won't know that until we step on the floor, but we know Boise's going to be a tremendous challenge. 2 games last year. The first one went to overtime. Second one was a 1-possession game with under a minute to go. So we know what kind of challenge that's going to be, and so we're looking forward to that Saturday against a very good Boise team. We'll practice hard. I mean, you got to get timing in practice, and so we'll ease in today. We'll probably go pretty hard tomorrow, and then lighten up the day before the game. So next couple of days, we'll see where our timing is. We'll try to play more short segments and see where we're at and make adjustments from there. Well, obviously, we know Vegas is here. The first makeup game. I think we have more games in makeup than anybody in the conference. And so it'll be a challenge for them to put our schedule together. And maybe it's because we were the last ones to get it. We've had the most games postponed. So 1 is rescheduled. We still have 4 more that they may or may not try to make up all of them for us. I don't think they want us making up games after the regular season or anything leading in the conference tournament to try to wear us down. But in all likelihood, we could be really back-ended, loaded with road games, maybe 4 out of 5 to end the season. And that's a concern, obviously, leading into the end of our season in the conference tournament. Well, obviously, we have great depth, so we're probably built to play multiple games. But at the same time, I think, like last year, Mark, the conference has to look at not reschedule them all this week, see how it goes week to week, and then make the best decision to get multiple teams into the NCAA tournament. So maybe that means making up a game. Maybe that means we don't make up a game at the end because every team is in good position to make it, and let's not put the top of the league at jeopardy. So that's something the conference is going to have to weigh, but something I would encourage. Let's look at it as we get down the road and see where everyone stands. And if we have a bunch of teams that look like they're in the tournament, let's be careful how we schedule down the stretch. We're one of the teams, obviously, that have decided to play with the conference rules. If we had 7 healthy bodies, we played. So we know we played Vegas the first time without Trey and Lamont. We knew we played Colorado State without Josh Tomajic and Adam Seko. So we've been willing to play shorthanded. and now we're at full strength. So we'll see that all these teams that in our conference that have been on pause, if they're testing, there's a chance they could go pause again if they haven't all gone through that process. So I don't think it's over. I'm hoping it is, but we could actually have more pauses as this goes on. This is the third year of dealing with it. Obviously, our 30-2 year came to an end. We dealt with it all last year. No fans in the stands. Made it through a season without a positive test for anybody. And now this year, obviously, more contagious, more interaction, school back in session, and it's affected us. And so I think we've dealt with everything that's come our way the right way. We followed protocol. We've followed the rules, and we've stayed positive and tried to just say everyone in the country's dealing with it. It's our turn now, and now let's move on from it.